Welcome to the Value of Marriage podcast. My name is Dario Palmer. This is my wife, Dawn, and we're going to have a discussion today about marriage.
Yes.
What do you want to talk about today? Something interesting. I hope it's good. Is it going to be good?
I know it's going to be good.
All right. Let's do this.
All right. Well, the topic that I desire to discuss is, should married couples, entertain flirtatious comments or flirtatious behavior coming from someone that's outside of their marriage?
Should we entertain it?
Yes.
All right. Is it harmless?
All right, explain harmless, because I think all of it's harmless. I mean, not harmless, I'm sorry, harmful. But explain what you think harmless would be.
Well, most people will probably look at it as, is it something that the person is like complimenting you in a positive way, but they're not really trying to go past a certain line. But it could appear as flirtatious, but they're just complimenting your attire or your cologne or your wardrobe. It could be anything that could be taken a different way if it's not said correctly. So it could be, this is a gray area. It's a gray area.
For men, I don't think it's a gray area for women. Those that really appreciate their marriage and they honor their marriage, I do believe it should never be a gray area. It is black or white.
See, and then the real question is, what does it mean to entertain? Because I could say, oh, thank you, I appreciate that, and move on. Did I entertain it because I answered the question? Or did I just acknowledge that the person, has good taste in my clothes or my cologne, and I just moved on? I didn't think anything of it. But yet, if you heard it, you'd be like, oh, why did you entertain that conversation?
No, not necessarily. No.
I didn't entertain anything. I just said thank you.
Right. No, saying thank you to someone that has paid you a compliment, and depending on the compliment, and of course how the compliment was given.
You so fine.
And no, absolutely not.
Oh, thank you.
That is
thank you.
No. That is not one that you would entertain.
Oh, okay. What should I say if someone says that to me?
I am married.
Oh,
and then walk away.
And then walk away.
Yes.
Suppose you say, "Well, you're still fine." Okay, I get it.
Okay.
I'm gonna get in trouble today. All right,
he really is. I think we're gonna need to take a little commercial break.
No, we're not doing that.
Come back.
I might come back in stitches, so we're not gonna do that.
No,
we're gonna keep it rolling. Keep the tape rolling. Keep it rolling.
But really, I do think it can be harmful. We've heard of situations where, someone has paid someone a compliment, and now they're fishing for those compliments on their job or at church or, in the grocery store or whatever. Like, they're looking for someone now to give them that compliment. And then whatever else this person may want to say to them, they're now entertaining this person.
Well,
and that's what's wrong.
I have a problem if they are fishing or if they're looking for it. Is it because his tank is on empty and he's not hearing it at all at home?
Well, it could be male or female, but
All right.
doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter if the tank is full or empty. Is it appropriate to entertain? That's still the question.
Yeah, because
the answer,
it may not be.
Yeah, the answer is no.
It may not
for me
be appropriate to entertain, but sometimes there's a reason why someone's tank is on empty. Because I say this all the time. We say this, and not just our podcast, but when we're counseling somebody. If I leave my house hungry, McDonald's look good.
Right.
I shouldn't even have it, right?
Right.
But according to my doctors, that's another story. That's another. But whether I want it or not, if I leave my house empty and hungry, then every restaurant I pass will look good.
Right.
The good ones and the bad ones.
Right.
But if I leave my house on full, you fed me, you gave me a good 5-course meal, then I don't even blink that way because I've gotten everything that I need from you. So the question is also, am I getting everything that I need from my spouse? Or am I not communicating my needs? And now every compliment I get out there sounds good.
All right, but here's the problem still. Because compliments can come. And are the people wrong for wanting to say that you look nice today, or that you smell nice, or, I like your hair, or I like those shoes, or I like, your new bag, or I like your new dress, or, whatever it may be. Um, of course, we may not always know what that other person's intent is unless they kind of make it very clear with their actions, their tone, how far they take it. We may see it then, but what we have to remember still, babe, is the word. We still have to remember the word. Now, King James is my favorite.
Okay.
My absolute favorite version of the Bible. I like the these and the thous, which most people walk away from. I guess part of me enjoys it because it also reminds me of Shakespeare. So I like it. Not, of
Okay.
course, what Shakespeare has to say, but just the language.
Okay.
Okay. But in this case, with this particular verse, Hebrews 13:4, I actually wrote it down. I like the way the NIV says it.
All right.
Okay. So the NIV says marriage should be honored by all.
I like that.
Okay. King James says in all. But the NIV says by all, meaning those in the marriage and those outside of it. So even if a person leaves empty, because I could be the one empty, right? You could
Right.
be empty. I could be empty. It doesn't matter where I am, whether I'm on empty or I'm on full. As far as the Lord is concerned, I am still to honor my marriage, and those that are on the outside should honor my marriage, because this is the issue that I have, I guess. The main issue that I have with someone that's being overly complimentary, I'll say it
Okay.
that way. When they are overly complimentary and they're crossing a line, right?
Okay.
Okay. The issue I have with it, when you see a ring on a woman's finger or a ring on a man's finger, and yet you continue on, to me, it says, not only do I not care that you're married or that you're in a commitment or that you're in a covenant, I don't honor and I don't respect that you're in a committed or, in a covenant. They don't respect it at all.
That's right.
And when you're entertaining it, you're allowing them to disrespect it. That's the issue. That's the issue.
I think that most people know when the line is being crossed. Of
Yeah.
course, sometimes I'll play around, but the way I usually do this is if I want to pay someone a compliment
Mm-hmm.
and I know my intentions are pure,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to say it anyway,
Mm-hmm.
it all depends on who I'm talking to, the
Mm-hmm.
age of the individual,
Mm-hmm.
if they're married or not. All of those
Mm-hmm.
things I consider important as
Mm-hmm.
I think about what I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
But the main thing that the main criteria that I have is if my wife was standing next to me, would I say it?
Right.
Or would I have a problem if my wife said that to someone else?
Mm-hmm.
Once I clear those two things,
Yeah.
then in my mind, I'm clear to say that or compliment that person's dress or look or whatever. It could be one of the mothers at the church. Mother, you look great today. You look.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see that as flirtatious. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Right.
But
And
if
it's not.
and it's
It's
not.
not.
And I know that mother understands
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying and what I'm talking about. She would never take it in any inappropriate way.
Right.
And we've done that. But I could say the exact same thing
Mm-hmm.
to someone half my age, and they take it completely different.
Right. Right.
So I reserve that
Mm-hmm.
that comment just for certain ones, and I choose not to say it to others.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's important that we know the context in which we're talking, the
Yeah.
place,
Mm-hmm.
because some things that might be appropriate after a Bible study with one of the mothers may not be appropriate at the next cubicle next to you at work.
Right. Right.
Because I don't like work husbands and work wives.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the
That
term.
saying. Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
that saying.
Yeah.
Because I only got one wife.
Yeah. That's
and,
right.
And she's 24/7. She
That's
don't take off between 9 and 5.
That's right. I agree, sir. Hey, high five on that one. I totally agree with
So
that.
nah, I don't like it. I've heard it, but
Yeah.
I'm like,
and
what
we
are
know what
talking
they
about?
mean. We know what they mean,
I
that they work
understand
so
it.
closely together and they work so well together that people make it like a blanket statement that, they're a little married couple here at work.
Yeah,
But
I don't
we
like it.
know. Yeah. I
No,
hear you.
The whole thing is that if that person's a work wife and you're working that closer together, you too close if they're a wife. So that's just, if you got to use a different definition. You can use something else
Mm-hmm,
but
mm-hmm.
co-workers fits quite well.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
when you go over into a covenant, then
Mm-hmm,
no, we not in
mm-hmm,
I might work well with you
mm-hmm,
at work, and we can, all of our reports turn in on time,
mm-hmm,
all that stuff, and we get high praise from management, and
mm-hmm,
that's great.
mm-hmm.
But a wife is reserved for my wife,
Absolutely,
because
sir.
to me, you're crossing over to a covenant area, and
Mm-hmm.
no one else has that definition.
Yeah,
That could not have the same definition.
right,
If they consider it the same, they don't understand what a covenant is.
right,
So
right.
I digress.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to talk about that.
right.
I'm trying to talk about, that's how much I don't like it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that if a person doesn't know what to say or do in those situations,
Mm-hmm.
don't say anything.
Yeah.
That's how about that? Let's start with that.
Yeah.
If you don't know if it's a line, it's a
Mm-hmm.
line.
Right,
Just use that.
right.
But if you choose to say something, you must
Mm-hmm.
ask yourself those questions.
Yeah.
If your wife was standing next to you, would you say it in front of mother,
Mm-hmm.
or in front of sister, or
Mm-hmm.
whoever it is in the
Yeah.
church, right?
Yeah.
For a guy, I'm saying. So if it passed those tests,
Mm-hmm.
I would say that my wife was standing next to me, I'm good.
Yeah.
And I've done that, and it has not ever been a problem. But there are times I'm like, I don't know. Nah, I'm good. I ain't saying nothing, because I know that either my motive is wrong. Let's be, this is flesh.
Right.
If my motive is wrong,
Mm-hmm.
or if the individual I'm talking to may take it a different
Yeah.
way,
Misinterpret it. Yeah.
or if it's not in the right context in terms of environment.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? So a bad environment might be, it could be something as simple as at the beach or at the mall.
Yeah.
I don't walk up to strangers and just say stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't do that.
Yeah.
It's usually someone I know at church or at work when I'm going to say anything, because I already have a relationship and that's been
Right.
established.
Right.
I rarely, if ever, go up to a stranger and compliment them on anything, because you don't know them and they will automatically take it the way they want to,
Right. Right.
which is not always good. Some people are nice and
Yeah.
they can appreciate it, but others are not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention this too, that sometimes I've heard of a situation where a young man was holding a door open. He was married and holding a door open, not holding a door, I'm sorry, opening the door
Mhm.
for another woman to get into her car.
Right.
And that was not his wife.
Oh.
Now, if that, like you said, if it's a church mother, that's different. You're helping an elderly person get into their vehicle. You're shutting the door.
Yeah, that's
God
polite.
bless you. Drive
That's-
safely,
that's
whatever. But not a 22-year-old, not a 30-year, you know what I'm saying? Not
Yeah.
someone that's close, well, not even really close, but even if they were close to your age, if they're not your wife, that's not what you do.
Yeah. You got to be very
that's-
careful.
You have to be careful.
These
They-
day and age.
It can
yeah.
be misconstrued in a second. So you really, really have to be careful. So watch words, right? Watch actions, especially when you're married. And when someone has crossed the line, remind them, I'm married.
Yeah.
And prayerfully and respectfully, they'll bow out. They'll apologize and bow out. But if they really don't care, they'll try to continue. Your job then is to make sure that that person honors your marriage, and that you still do, by not entertaining
That's
the
good.
conversation. Yeah.
I really enjoyed this conversation. It's
Yeah.
really good. We should talk about this some more.
Maybe.
It's really good. But that's all we have for this episode. This was a great conversation. We want to have more just like this.
Mm-hmm.
If you like the content, please do me a favor. You know how the algorithm works. If you like and subscribe and share this content, it would definitely benefit us.
Amen.
All right. So remember to value your marriage.